7-year-old Amy Karger is a bright Phoenix, Arizona second grader. On March 2nd, Amy was attending her computer class in Kyrene de los Lagos Elementary School. Amy had just completed her assignment of typing the letters A through Z on her computer, and she anxiously tried to get her teacher, Mrs. Perry's, attention.
Well, we were learning how to type regularly, and I was waiting to ask her a question, and I didn't want to disturb her while she was doing something. I was going to let her finish. And so I turned back around to my computer and I typed in Jesus.
And just why did Amy type Jesus' name on the computer screen? What was she thinking?
I was thinking about all the good friends that he gave me, and I just decided to type it in.
But just then, Mrs. Perry turned to see Jesus typed in capital letters on Amy's monitor.
Well, actually, she was in a computer that was behind me.
Okay.
And she was typing, and she looked up for a second to see what time it was, and then she saw it on the computer.
Uh-huh. And then what happened?
She said, "Amy, Jesus isn't acceptable on the computer. You should change your card."
And what did you say then?
Nothing. I turned back around and deleted all of it.
The card Amy was talking about is a behavior card. Each child begins each day with a card with a green light, which indicates that a child is behaving well. With bad behavior, a student will first receive a yellow light. Then, Amy says, you get
a red.
What happens after that?
A double red.
And what happens after that?
Nothing.
You don't get punished?
Well, for a yellow, you get a warning. A red, you miss a recess when my whole class has recess, and then a double red is miss 2 weeks of recess and a parent call.
Amy got a yellow warning light and was asked to write a behavior report. On the report, Amy had to write, "I wrote Jesus on the computer. Jesus is not acceptable on the computer." Then from a list of rules, she had to circle the one her teacher told her she must remember. The rule? Cooperate with teachers and everybody. Then Amy had to take the behavior report home to her parents. Amy gave it to her mother, Nancy Karger.
I was outraged. I was very grateful that the school was closed at the time that I got this note. I think God had a plan there, that the school doors were closed and I couldn't access anybody at that point, and had the weekend to calm down and think about how we were going to deal with this rationally.
I was thinking that maybe my mom got mad at me and not the school.
Mm-hmm. Was that the truth?
No.
She wasn't really mad at you?
No.
What was she angry about?
That my teacher said that Jesus wasn't acceptable on the computer. She knew that Jesus was acceptable anywhere.
I wasn't even fully aware of the laws at that time, but I did understand that what they did was wrong, and I didn't know how to deal with it, but I was upset because in our home, God is not an extracurricular activity. He is paramount and the foundation of our personal and professional success. And what we had taught our daughter for 7 years, she had just unraveled and told her was not acceptable. And my child was confused and hurt by this, and it made me very angry.
Nancy says she and her husband went to their pastor, who referred them to the American Center for Law and Justice. Attorney Ben Bull took Amy's case out of the ACLJ Phoenix office.
We've demanded a written apology acknowledging that Amy was improperly reprimanded, that the written reprimand which she received must be taken out of her student personnel or student jacket, her student record, and that the policy be changed to forbid this kind of censorship and punishment of Christian students in the public schools.
You like being in a position like this?
No.
Why? It's tough, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me how tough it is.
It's kind of like when you're trying to break the nut on a shell, but you can't get it.
That's what you feel like?
Amy is very responsible, and she holds herself accountable for things, and we've taught her to be responsible and respect the authorities of the school. And when a teacher had told her that she had done this wrong, she was confused, I think, at that point.
I can't really stop thinking about it. It seems tough to stop thinking, and it makes me feel bad.
Okay. Do you still feel like it's your fault that it happened?
No.
You don't? That's good. Whose fault was it?
My teacher.
Okay. Do you think she realizes that now?
No.
Okay. What will make you feel better about this whole thing? What has to happen, as far as you're concerned, to make this whole situation be resolved and come to an end?
That my teacher would say sorry to me.
After the school administration received a demand letter from the ACLJ, Amy received both a written and a verbal apology. Amy also was assured that there would be no felt hostility or censorship of her personal expression of religious sentiments. Bull says the resolution of Amy's case is an example for other students that they have a right to share the gospel.
Now, so long as she's not a disciplinary problem or it's not disruptive, she can type the word Jesus, she can pray, she can do the very thing she was punished for doing.
Nancy Karger says she's thankful for the ACLJ.
We didn't know that the ACLJ was out there for people. You don't have to know anybody, you don't have to have money, you just have to have the phone number and you have to call, and they're there for you.